good afternoon, good evening. If you're here, as always, please kindly put a like. Appreciate that. Hope everyone's well. Tell me what's up and what you're up to. I'm currently at Apple Store. I just got myself an Xbox at the Virgin store and just had breakfast, and now I'm in the Apple Store. I want to get myself a new iPhone. 15 Pro Max is out. I'm going to get myself the new iPhone. If you're here, please say hi and put a like, my friends. I can't see anyone saying it. Please say hello as always. Can you hear me well? I'm at the Apple Store while my wife and child are out shopping. Then we're going to get some groceries and head home. Matthew, awesome, Sergio, Zifnap, hello, my friends. Carpet Addict, welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're all having a great day. Matthew, great. I'm glad that everyone can hear me loud and clear. Please, everyone, put a like. Thank you very much. Uh, if we look at the market right now, we can see that one of our coins, XDC, is pumping. It's put in a nice pump, which is good to see. And yeah, this is why you own different coins, because different coins take off at different times. They all pump together in a euphoria stage, but some pump more, some pump less. And, you know, one week one coin pumps hard, the other week another coin pumps hard, the other 2 weeks some other coin pumps hard. And you kind of catch all these pumps as long as you're diversified. We haven't even seen anything yet. The euphoria stage hasn't even started. Once the euphoria stage hits, these little pumps, anywhere from like 100 to 800% won't matter. XDC entry is up roughly 110 or 120% right now, because once again we're waiting for a good entry to get in. What else can I say? That's why exactly we don't force entries randomly. We always wait for huge crashes to buy. We'll wait for the accumulation phase to hit, and the same thing. That's why we don't sell too early, and we hold throughout all the BS and wait for the huge pumps to come in, because that's when we get great excess. Right? All takes time, but you can already see the results of what happens when you're patient enough and you buy only at new lows after major crashes in dollar cost average. If you look at the portfolio, you'll see that many of the coins are up a great deal. Some are at a loss, but these losses are temporary. Don't forget about what coins like Doge did in the last cycle when they were dormant, doing nothing, and then absolutely went crazy bonkers and obliterated everything else in terms of profits. I promise you that some of our coins are going to pump incredibly well. Like I keep saying, that's why we diversify, because some coins will go to zero, some do well, and others will go absolutely insane and outperform our expectations. Been there already twice, and it's going to happen the third time. All we got to do is be patient, my friends. As you can see, we have coins here and there, as mentioned earlier, that pump, 400%, 500%, 800%, some of them like 100%. Even Bitcoin was up roughly 100% at 32K. Ethereum up roughly 100%. All that basically, and these are it's all just the beginning, right? It's not even the euphoria phase, because where profits really start going crazy and ROI becomes crazy, it's in the last 200 to 300 days of the cycle. So, somewhere, like I said, in 2025, those last 200 to 300 days, that's when coins, I believe, are going to be going absolutely insane, and where life-changing money is going to come in, just like the last two cycles, where people are going to be locking in like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000% gains off different coins. So it's very important to diversify to make sure that you catch these coins. Don't be a maximalist of any one coin. Enhance your chances of, attaining financial success and freedom by diversifying, my friends. Andrew is saying, hi, I'm coming from wet Cornwall in England. Hope you're having a good time in England, my friend. I'm coming from sunny Dubai. It's too hot here currently. Paul Matthews, hello there, bud. How are you doing? NMP, hello, my friend. How are you? Hilton, Hoopla says, please, Skyrim, not Oblivion, mate. Both great games, but Oblivion's graphics are grim nowadays. Have fun. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really need a break a little bit, because I work 24/7. My mind is always filled with numbers, percentages, charts. I literally can't catch a break, and sometimes I need a break. Plus, recently I found out that I have a serious health issue. So, it's kind of like I want to take my mind out of that. and it's kind of like it adds to the stress. You know, there's enough on work as it is, and in terms of the health issue, it adds to the stress. But you know, we're champs. We soldier on. We're gonna basically do what needs to be done, and you know, we don't give up. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be with you guys still. You know, in a few months and in a few years, and kick some ass. You know? Mm. David is saying, "Hello, Rob. Hope you're well. YouTube finally notified me in time for a live stream." David, finally, brother. Finally, I'm very glad to hear that. Is everybody else getting notifications once the live starts, or do you get the live notifications much later, like some people do? Because I have people who come in and say that they receive live notifications of my channel going live in like, you know, like 15 or 20 minutes into the stream. You know, do you get notifications right away? Mohammed ID, good to see you too, brother. Thank you for joining from France. Huddle XRP says, hello, handsome. Good to see you, brother. Thank you, my friend, for the compliment. Good to see you too. Oh, my friend Chris Dinoff is here. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Muhammad ID is saying, Rob, a question, please. Which is the best stablecoin and most secure for you? Um, well, there's no like best stablecoin, and none of them are secure. But I would probably say USDC if I had to, like, you know, pick. But they're like all risky, right? So yeah. But if I had to pick, I'd say that. But like, I don't trust any stablecoin. CC Charlie, hello Rob. Today XDC, yeah, my friend, right, right. That's a great thing of diversification. We have our coins in our portfolio popping off at random times, while you know all these people, for example, catch one or two or three pumps because they only hold one or two, three coins. We keep catching these pumps because we have so many coins. And like I said, the euphoria phase hasn't even begun, and it's nowhere near even finishing. So imagine what happens, not when it only begins, not when we're in the midst of it, in the middle, but when it's ending and there's huge pumps coming, huge percentages come in. People are going to be missing out on a lot of pumps, man. There are going to be a lot of people, just like in the last two cycles, saying, I wish I had held, I wish I had bought, I wish I had bought this. But you see, a lot of people don't have the right mindset. Many people will say this, but they will never buy such small caps and mid caps. Like I kept saying just about XRP or Ethereum. Don't forget those were tiny small caps and shitcoins too at one point, and now they're biggest blue chips out there along with Bitcoin. You know, other blue chips are coming. There are coins out there. They're in the top 100, like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and even lower. There are going to be blue chips in this bull market, my friends. So that's exactly why we have the $99 tier, you know, where we use like, we're currently it's like 10% of my portfolio, but it will be max around 20%, where I keep adding these gems that I believe are going to do exceptionally well. Of course, we have to be realistic, realize that some of these coins are going to go to zero, some of them are going to do okay, and some are going to do very well. For example, don't forget about VET, that 17,000 gains in the last cycle. We didn't have to get in at the exact bottom or get out at the exact top, and we still nailed an 80x% profit because all you had to do was buy low, hold through temporary losses, wait for huge pumps, start laddering out after the huge pumps come, keep adjusting your trailing stop, take profit and stop loss, keep locking in profits, and get out fully once it's hit, or get out early, which is what I did. Basically, I got out at 80x, but altogether the coin did like 170x, right? You don't need to chase tops and bottoms. You don't need to be perfect, my friends, right? It's all basically uh, this um, this false basically narrative that you have to be, that in order to be a successful investor, you have to be perfect. Every single investment has to pay up. Absolutely not. Half of your investments can go to zero in crypto, and the other half do very well or exceptionally well, and you will make still huge gains and huge amounts of money, right? So, Shane G, sometimes it works, sometimes I'm feeling when it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. The same here on YouTube. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, you know, for me also. Matthew, my biggest bag is XRP. Patience is my middle name. Wish you all the very best, brother. I have a big bag of XRP. Also, at least what I consider to be a big bag of XRP. And but you know, it's roughly the same as my Bitcoin bag, and I didn't get them. Like I only got one entry on Ethereum, but Ethereum I also hold a lot. I try to hold everything roughly the same amount in terms of blue chips and mid caps and small caps. Hilton Hoopla. Sorry to hear that, Rob. You are a pillar of the community. Keep up the fantastic work. Yeah, brother. Thank you for that, Hilton. Like I said, you know, I'm a fighter in life. I've been fighting my entire life, you know. Everything's going to be great. I'm going to kick ass. I always kick ass. I always win. Thank you for the kind wishes, though. Chris Denop, I hope the cost and pressure of living in Dubai isn't causing you like writing stress. It's not worth it. No, no, my friend, no. Dubai is great. Basically, like the truth about Dubai is this: Dubai is great, but like whatever you save here in terms of taxes, you're going to be basically spending on it on your life. But I prefer that. I'd rather spend that on myself, and at the same time, of course, you set money aside, and you're able to invest that money and have bigger profits or more ROI, basically in the euphoria stage, instead of paying like 20 or 30% tax, and in some countries like 50%. Let's say you make a mill, you no longer have to pay 200 G's now, right? So let's say you live in a year, you live on like, I don't know, let's say you spend 150, even 200, you'll still be able to invest another 100 instead of giving it away. You know what I mean? So yeah, Matthew, yeah, absolutely, brother. Health comes first. Awesome. Well, Rob, when you have the first time. Yes, awesome. I will do that. I will do that. But the first, like, I thought of doing it, right? But then I thought that for the first 3 coins in the 99 tier, maybe that the take profit strategy would be here live, seeing what they do and how they perform during the market, right? Because like I keep saying, I try to diversify and mix up with everything that I do. The way that I accumulate, the way I take profits, the way I set stop losses, the way I pick out gems, or the way I pick out coins. I try to diversify with everything, right? So it's kind of like you're always not only betting on logical things and what you consider to be a good approach to investing, you're also then betting on kind of like counter betting yourself, right? Hedging yourself against you to make sure that in case, for example, like just believe like utility use cases are important. So for some coins they are, for some coins they aren't. Meaning that some utility coins pump, some don't. So that's why I get meme coins, AI coins, gaming coins, and all that good stuff, basically. But awesome. Basically, awesome is saying because every single coin in a $99 tier it has a take profit strategy except the first three, right? If everybody else in the tier thing, if you want the take profit strategy now, I can add it. Or would you rather have it for those first 3 coins specifically, for it to be done live as the market matures? Let me know. Although X Pro saying, been here since 2018, didn't take much profit last cycle. Rolled all the way up and down, let massive realized profit fast, then went to negative. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hear about this very often when people didn't take profits. That's why it's so important in your strategy to have a trailing take profit. So when the market starts pumping and there are huge pumps and coins out there have done 1,000 to 1,000%, and many of them have done that, and many of them have reached all-time highs. Start setting stop losses, take profits for all of your coins, and sell every single one, no matter how it has performed, whether or not it has done very well, okay, or poorly. You just sell everything and you get out of the market because, as history has shown us, if we just ignore all the fairy tale narratives about utility use cases and how they're going to change the world, and we strictly look at numbers, maths, and facts and charts, just basically the cold truth. After every single bull market, at the end, there's a huge, massive crash for every single coin. No coin has been an exception. Absolutely no coin out there that can be bought or sold for a profit. I'm not talking about stable coins here because that's not what they're there for. They're stable coins for a reason. Stable, right? But there's not a single coin out there, a project that hasn't dumped hard after popping hard. Find one, you will not. I have looked through thousands of charts in my life already, and there's not one that hasn't dumped hard after popping hard. How the X Pro saying this time around I'm following your strategy and up in profit. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. I'm glad to hear that. And this time around, just like the last 2 cycles, I'll be taking heavy profits. Even as I keep saying, one of the main things you have to be ready for is to adjust and prepare. So, when in the last cycle I was selling Bitcoin, like I sold 80% of my Bitcoin close to the very top, but then there was other remaining part of it. I thought that it could potentially go as high as $80,000, but it didn't. And then when it basically breached 48K, went below 48K to 43,000. My stop loss was activated. What you can call a stop loss is what I call a trailing take profit, right? The higher the coin pumps, the harder and the more it rises, the higher your take profit rises. And so basically what happened is it was activated. I got out at an amazing profit, and same goes with many other coins. You have to be ready for the fact that not all your targets will be hit, and you have to be ready for the fact that, just like, for example, right now we're talking about back in the day, like a year ago, when we're waiting for the accumulation phase to hit and for massive crashes to come to buy coins. One of the main things that you see on Patreon that I kept mentioning before it even happened, but you have to be realistic and understand that not every single buy target is going to hit, that we're going to miss out on some, that some coins are not going to crash as hard as we expected. And that's what happened. We got a lot of entries on great coins, on different coins, but we do not get some other entries on certain coins, right? Same thing is going to happen in the bullish phase, basically, that we're going to be making a lot of money, and whether or not price targets hit, if the market is looking toppy and the cycle is coming to its end. And I think that we're basically in a phase where risk reward is no longer favorable for the bulls, it's now favorable for the bears. That's it. We're selling everything and we're getting out, even if it's early, even if the targets haven't hit, because the main mission is to make life-changing money and crazy ROI. And that's exactly what we'll do no matter what happens. I've been able to do that consistently for 2 market cycles, and this is my 3rd, and it will not be different this time either. One thing that I keep saying is that not all price targets will be hit. Not everything will go in accordance with plan. But what I do promise is that my members and I will get out in a very good profits and outperform the majority of the market, just like we have the last 2 times. Ranjiro, my friend, how are you? Thank you for being here. Gabonito, hey brother, hope you get better soon. Let me know if I can do anything. Gabonito, thank you for that, my friend. I really appreciate that. There's nothing that can be done. Got to take this for myself, and everything will be fine. Like I said, positive energy while we concentrate on winning. But thank you for the kind word, brother. And like I said, everything will be fine. But thank you for being a good friend and offering. Hubble X Pro, what's wrong? What did I miss, Rob? Well, I don't want to get into detail on that. Just like I said, I have some health issues. But God willing, everything will be great. Like I said, we'll soldier through it, make sure that everything is fine. And, I don't want to get into it in depth unless I really have to at the point where I basically probably will have to mention it. But for now, everything is okay. I'll kick ass. Chris Danoff, I've heard you say that there are bad actors in the comments. What level of threat are they to us? What are they able to do to us? Hope that makes sense. What do you mean, my friend? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Chris. Can you please extrapolate? Chris Danoff also says, also, I know you have answered this before. Please excuse me. What is in the $99 tier that is not on the $49 one? Okay, my friend. So the $49 tier, basically, it has the 30x coin, and then it has the full video course, and it should have I believe it might have the million spreadsheet. I don't remember right now, to tell the truth. But what the $99 tier has, it has the newsletter, all market updates, the million spreadsheet, and all the 30 to 100x high risk, high reward coins. I believe that's it, right? Yeah. Awesome is saying both these take profits and then the rest of the coins. Okay, awesome. I see. So basically, first 3 coins also take profit and trailing take profit stop loss. Yeah, got you. Chris Dinoff is asking, is anyone here in a $99 tier, and how do you like it? Can somebody please give an unbiased opinion? Because obviously I would say that it's great, but I want somebody to share their opinion. If any member is here, thank you very much. Where this drain is 2,300 good. What do you mean, my friend? 2,300 what, brother? ZipNap, which exchanges support trailing stop losses? Well, I'm not going to voice that here because then I'll be disclosing which exchanges I use. ZipNap, but if you're on Patreon, send me a DM and I'll tell you. And once again, as I mentioned earlier, once we're in the phase of the market where we have to move our funds, and obviously a lot of people don't know how to set the trailing take profits and stop losses. So I'll be making videos and posts explaining that on Patreon, so everybody will know. And as always, if you have a question, you will be able to DM me on Patreon personally and answer you and help once again to do what needs to be done. Captain Kurt is saying, when you're down 600,000 plus from last bull run because you didn't follow the discipline plan, you totally understand why this works. Good morning, my friend. Captain Kurt, I'm sorry to hear that, brother, and good morning to you too. Very sorry to hear that you're down that much. What I can say is, once again, that as long as you follow the rules, the strategy, and the method that we have, that we're working on right now, everything is going to be good, and we're going to make good profits. So all we got to do is just stick to the rules. Like, for example, one of the things that we're doing right now, we're staying neutral. We don't know if the market is going to keep pumping hard or if it's going to nuke hard. So we stay neutral and we only accumulate more at new lows, or we sit on our hands and just wait for the market to pump and start taking profit. So we're not in the phase where we can buy more, sell more. We were recently in a phase where we're buying more, where we got our entries. And now a lot of the coins have left the accumulation phase. So if we do get new lows, we will buy more in dollar cost average in accordance with that strategy. But it's very important to follow rules, because we start breaking rules, you break one rule. Now, then down the road, when it's time to take profits, you will break rules again. And sooner or later, you're going to get wrecked and obliterated if, let's, for example, you don't take profits or get out if it take profit, a trailing take profit stop loss is hit. You're going to start breaking rules and it's going to cost you. So, yeah. G, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. International Crypto Asset Ninja. How you doing, brother? Good to have you here, my friend. Desert OV the real. Is there a fundamental reason for the expected bull market? Seems like a lot of people are saying the same thing. No, I don't believe in the fundamental reasons. I believe people go too much into the whole fundamentals thing, even when they're investing into coins or when they're investing into stocks, when they're investing into basically, or they're referring to basically, I don't know, coming recessions. If you start looking at fundamentals, all these geniuses, we had the longest bull market in traditional markets, like in the last 13 years since the 2008 financial crisis. Every single day, year, they've been saying that we're about to see a Great Depression 2.0. Instead, we had the greatest bull market of all time. Of course, the recession will come now. It's already been, a decade and a half nearly. But the point I'm trying to make is that all these people are basing all of this off fundamentals. Fundamentally, of what's going on in the economy and the whole money printing and inflation and the housing market, blah, blah, blah. Basically, let's not get bogged down in details, but the whole point is, fundamentally speaking, there was not supposed to be a bull market. But we had the greatest one and the longest one in the history of speculative markets and stocks and crypto. So that's fundamentals for you, right? Same with coins. When you start looking at fundamentals, you get carried away. These speculative pumps come. People who didn't sell end up in losses. Somebody can turn 100K into 2 million, then watch it go down back to like 50K and be now at a 50% loss. Once again, why? Because we're looking into fundamentals. There does not need to be a fundamental reason for that. During the COVID crash, when we literally I was there and people were there on Twitter also, reading the news articles and whatnot. The fundamentally, everybody was saying that this is Depression 2.0, the Great Recession, and that's going to be worse than the first Great Depression, that this kind of stuff never happened before that froze the economy, that this is going to change the world, that the stock market is literally going to go to zero, then crude oil went below zero, unprecedented black swan event. And then people started saying that everybody's going to zero, everyone's going to burn. Literally, people were thinking it's the end of the world. Literally thinking that's the end of the world. Instead, what was it? All you had to do was ignore the fundamental factors, look at the technical factors, ignore the noise, and start buying after huge crashes. Anybody who's done that made insane amounts of money. I was one of those people who did that, and the ROI was crazy, both in crypto and stocks. So fundamentals over fact doesn't work well. Technical analysis, mass percentages, and historic data over fundamentals works better. Hold the next pro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Awesome is saying the $99 tier is great. Well, there you go. There you have your answer. Awesome is saying that the $99 tier is great. Awesome. Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate it. Crypto Society is asking, how do you think the XRP price will develop? Well, personally, it's doing what we expected it to do on my Patreon. I mentioned that I believe that there will be a correction. I did say do not FOMO into the pump. So what I believe is that basically there will be a correction that will eventually end. I also believe that there's no interest for me in XRP in terms of accumulation until it hits like roughly 35 cents and lower gives us new lows where we can dollar cost average. If that doesn't happen, I'm holding my bags and waiting for it to pump further, much harder than it has, just to start taking profits and setting trading stop losses. In terms of development, I believe that XRP will do well with the rest of the markets and other altcoins in the euphoria stage of the market. And it's something that I hold, and I believe that will do well long term. And I believe that patient investors will be paid well. I just don't think that anything grand is about to happen soon. I don't believe that, as I mentioned earlier, also. But yeah, Manjur is saying the $99 tier completely worth it. You get to see Rob's point of view and diversifying great entries. Just wait too long; those entries won't last forever. Thank you, Manjur. I appreciate it, and you're very kind of your brother. And absolutely, I'm glad that you enjoyed. And there you go, another review from the $99 tier. Thank you, brother. Matthew is saying I'm in the $99 tier. It's great. Wish I had joined earlier. Another answer. There you go. Awesome, my friend. Another member. I'm very glad, my friends, that you do enjoy it. And I was always let me know if you have questions and DM me questions on Patreon. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Awesome is saying, I've been following Rob's buys in the $99 tier where I've been buying different coins, 300 to 3,000 worth with each gem. Yeah, yeah, very true, my friend. Distant thinking. They're saying now we can begin to spread BS. What does that mean? What does that mean, my friend? Chris Denoff is saying, oh, wow, you guys making money with Sir Rob? That's awesome. I was in a group not long ago and didn't go so great. Chris Denoff, really? How come? What didn't go great exactly, my friend? Kind of a little bit confused because the portfolio is in profit. If mine is in profit, yours has to be in profit. What didn't go well, brother? Ismail Mohammed is saying, so good finally joining here live. Thank you for joining, my friend. I appreciate it. After missing some live sessions, Rob, any recommendations where to get TA to learn for a beginner? Well, where to look for TA? You know, I would say that a lot of the traditional technical analysis out there does not work, in my personal opinion. So I think that the best way to learn about trading would be by taking a small amount of money and making mistakes and learning from those mistakes, keeping a diary, seeing what works and what doesn't work. Uh, you know what, Ismail Mohammed, DM me on Twitter because I don't think you're a member on Patreon, right? If you are, then DM me on Patreon, and I'll send you a profile of a person who has written books, who is basically who I believe is very good in terms of TA and who is self-taught TA. You probably know him on Twitter. He's written several books, best-selling books on TA on Amazon, and I'm going to send you that link. You can basically check out his material. Merching for the win. Hero from Australia. Hero, hello, brother. How are you doing? Hilton Hoopla. Thank you for that, my friend. I've heard that it's great. Yeah, thank you very much. So anyway, my friends, remember, uh, do not uh, do not force entries. Remain patient. Um, Remain patient. Only buy at new lows. Wait for the market to develop to start taking profits. Chris Denoff is saying, no, it was a different guy. He had me dollar cost averaging all over the place. It fizzled out. Ah, Chris, okay. Okay. I appreciate it, brother. Because I was like, yeah, confused. What do you mean? So it was some other guy you were talking about me. I get it, my friend. I understand, brother. Yeah, random dollar cost averaging really doesn't work because people come into this market and newcomers are often told dollar cost average, and people just do it randomly. So let's say, just for example, right? Let's say when Bitcoin was like crashing for 69K to 60,000, people were saying dollar cost average buy the dip, so they bought at 60K, 55K, 45K, 30K, 25K, 15K. Terrible way to dollar cost average, right? Which is why people lose money. The only way to dollar cost averaging with Bitcoin is waiting for a 70% crash, and after 70% crash, you start dollar cost averaging with equal amounts of money at new lows. With altcoins, if it's a mid cap or blue chip is from 80, basically blue chips from 80% to 99% crashes, with mid caps from 85% to 99% crashes, and with small caps from 90% to 99% crashes. So that's when you start dollar cost averaging, and with equal amounts of money only at new lows. Merging for the win. You're going to get the spreadsheet. Any coins have entries ready to buy now? Yes. So the way the linear spreadsheet works, my friend, is that every single coin, were basically the spreadsheet was published before the crashes came much earlier. So it was basically several coins, and we wait for a coin to crash to a certain price. You execute with equal amounts of money there. Then you wait for it to crash even further. You execute with equal amounts of money there. Then you wait for it to crash even further, and you execute with same money. Some coins, like for example, like Bitcoin, has left the accumulation phase, so you'll not be able to buy Bitcoin. Ethereum is also another one, right? And they're both in the million spreadsheet, so you won't be able to buy those. But there are other entries that you can execute where you can dollar cost average. So yeah. Prof, new brother. I see. I think you're writing to me in Arabic. Unfortunately, I do not speak Arabic as much as I would love to. I would love to know as many languages as I can. So, would appreciate it if you would write that in English, my friend. International crypto asset, and then just saying the percentage method alone that Rob, my brother, is sharing is just already more useful than many content you see elsewhere on Twitter. Listen to him, and you will be rewarded handsomely. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, International Crypto Asset Ninja, for that kind word. Thank you for everyone who said a kind word, brothers. When I hear these nice compliments, it means a lot because I put in years of hard work into developing this, into make sure that it works, into fine tuning it. So I'm glad to hear that people find it useful. I'm not going to say any names out there, but I do have students coming from different groups, especially from the last cycle, from profiles on Twitter who have like 100, 200, 300, 400,000 followers, and they're showing me what they were being told and how wrecked they are. And one of the main problems was what that they were that the group leaders would keep telling them buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. What I believe in was one has left the macro accumulation phase. You do not buy the dip, no matter how bullish the market is, because eventually one dip becomes 90% crash where you get absolutely obliterated. So you don't buy the dip, for example, right? And there are many other simple methods and rules that you just, as long as you follow, you'll do very well. So, my friends, remember, do not force entries here. Only dollar cost average and diversify in accordance with the known in your spreadsheet. If you miss an entry, you missed it. Don't force it. But if there's a chance to buy again, if the market gives an opportunity, we'll do so. Just like, for example, we did with XLM. Like I believe, like 6 or 7 months ago, we bought XLM at 7 cents. Then, like a month ago, after it popping from like 7 cents to 12 cents, it retraced back to 7 cents. So once again, I reminded all the members, if you missed that first opportunity, buy now. And I hope you did, because then it pumped to like roughly 20 cents recently. But once again, that doesn't matter. If you get an opportunity to buy at roughly 7 cents, if you haven't done so, do so if it happens, but don't force entries now. And otherwise, hold what you have. Remember that we're not here to sell into such small pumps. We'll have to be patient. We'll have to endure. We'll have to wait. But the waiting will be worth it. The pumps will be massive, and the XLM and the XRP and the VET and all these other coins, the pumps will be much bigger. Not all of them will do well, but many of them will do well, and enough of them will do well for us to make life-changing big amounts of money. Simon the Great. Hello, Rob. Tried to sign up to the 100x coin, but they tried to charge me like $600 or something like that. No, brother, you must be doing something wrong, my friend. Definitely not $600. You should be getting charged $99. Are you sure you're like pressing on the right thing, my friend? Maybe you're pressing on the private VIP students, which please, by the way, do not press on, because I'm not taking on any more VIP students. I simply don't have the time and energy to have more. For the 100x coins, it's just $99, my friend. So once you go on Patreon, you'll see that there are 4 tiers, and I think there's like a button under the one of the 4 tiers says more tiers or more levels, and you will see it says 99 US dollars there. That's the one that you need. Simon, why did you change your name, by the way? I remember it was Simon Bickerton, brother. Yeah, maybe it's a mistake. I'm not sure, my friend. But yeah, my friends, basically remember all we have to do right now is stay patient. As long as we stay patient, the market will mature, it will develop. Don't listen to the doom boys on the little, don't listen to the moon boys. Whenever the market dumps hard, there are always people who keep saying that we're going to go lower. Eventually, the bottom comes in, and we don't need to catch the bottom. We just need to buy low, which we have done, and we'll do again if we get lower entries. And then, when the market pumps hard, we always have moon boys saying that the market is going to keep going up forever. And it doesn't go up forever. It tops out and starts crashing. And once again, we don't need to sell the top there. We just need to sell high and very high and make great profits. We will do both. We have done both twice already, and we'll do this once again. All that's required is patience at this point. Pretty much it, I would say. I'm doing my best to make sure that we're all in the right place. Once again, I keep reiterating this: do not force entries. Do not force entries, my friends. One of the main things of how we stay afloat and how we make great money is only if we buy at new lows. Buying randomly, dollar cost averaging randomly is going to cost you. That's basically when you lose. When you how would you put this? Basically, the point I'm trying to make is your ROI is going to be much worse, right? The only way you can ensure that you have great ROI is only if your dollar cost average at new lows, and it's only if it's with the same amount of money. If, for example, you dollar cost average with $10,000 first, and then the market drops another 50%, and you only dollar cost average with $1,000, the difference is not going to be huge to your portfolio. You barely brought down your average, which means once again you'll need a big pump to just break even. So the thing that you do is instead of doing that, take that $11,000 or $10,000, whatever, and divide that into, for example, 4 or 5 entries with equal amounts of money. Right? That's how you stay afloat. That's how you really bring down your average, and that's how you really make great ROI in the euphoria phase, basically. Chris Dunoff, how do you get a blue wrench thingy, and what does that do? Oh, you mean for Simon? Simon is basically a mod. Back in the day, I believe this was like in 2018 or 2019, when we'll do lives. We're talking about, I believe this is how it happened. We're talking about XRP hitting 15 cents, and a lot of people were rude. So I was tired of basically deleting their comments and blocking them. And Simon was a very nice person, level-headed, who just listened and was ready to hear my opinion. And hear me out. So I understood he's a normal, level-headed person. They gave him, I allowed him to basically become a mod, so that he would help me out with the comments, since he's kind of been helping me with that when people go crazy, because people used to say some crazy stuff back in the day. Matthew saying, I had an issue signing up to. I solved it by swapping the currency to USD, US dollars. There you go. There you go, Simon. And if anybody else is having a problem, apparently that's how you can solve it. So yeah, my friends, remember, stay patient, don't force entries, hold what we have, no matter how much the market crashes, we hold what we have. And if it crashes hard, we add more at new lows. If it doesn't, we wait for the market to pump much higher to start taking profits and setting trading stop losses. Do not force entries. If you really want to buy additional coins, once again, go sign up to the $99 tier. There are currently 28 gems in there. That I believe will do 50 to 100x profits, and also one that will do 30x profits. So altogether, 29 coins. I throw small amounts of money at these coins, anywhere from $500 to $3,000, because that's what I consider a small amount for myself. I understand that not everybody has that kind of accumulation budget at their disposal, so it can even be $100 per coin if you have smaller sums. But the whole point, basically, these coins are supposed to be smaller sums. Uh, as I mentioned earlier, VT once upon a time was one of these coins. In the last cycle, I was just retweeting this, basically how I did 17,000% from exact bottom to the exact top. I got in close to the bottom, got out close to the top. You didn't need to buy the exact bottom or sell the exact top. Got an 80x profit. That is amazing, amazing, much better than most coins did out there, right? For example, same thing with BNB. So, you can buy those coins because those coins are still in accumulation phase, many of them. Some will even have better entries than me, meaning that you'll have a great, better ROI once the market pumps, and you'll be getting out and adjusting, trading, take profits. Otherwise, with the main play on your spreadsheet, do not force entries and remain patient. Remember that we had to wait a very long time for the market to crash to accumulate, and even when it crashed, we still had the market to crash even further to accumulate more. And now we just have to be patient to see whether or not we'll get more opportunities to buy more, or if the market is finally if it's finally transferring into the euphoria phase where we'll be taking profits. Just got to stay patient and let the market do what it does. As we keep mentioning, stocks and stock indexes are making higher highs and higher lows. All of them close very bullish on the monthly. That looks fantastic. Usually, what happens after that, they break all-time highs. I hope that happens because that's when Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, and that's when many blue chip altcoins and just altcoins altogether follow. Not all of them, but many of them, and that's when the ultra bullish euphoria phase starts for crypto, where we start making stupid gains and insane amounts of money, basically. Mike is saying he can't hear me in and out. Chris, enough. I hear you good, so you can hear me. Yeah, Chris, thank you very much for knowing I was going to ask that question. Can everybody else hear me well? Pierre Vella Brent Cat is asking, how often do you update the spreadsheet, Rob? Well, the spreadsheet was being updated often back in the day where every single entry was being executed. So basically, what would happen is that all the plan was there before it happened, right? And then every single time an entry was executed, I would just write on Patreon saying that we executed this buy, then added on the Know Your Spreadsheet and updated the Know Your Spreadsheet to show that here it is, the entry has been executed. After that, the euphoria phases, the accumulation phase hasn't given us new lows, so we haven't been updated because there simply are no new lows or buying opportunities. And so, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I will add 2 or 3 more coins only if we get massive crashes, which I'm doubtful of. But if we do, I'll add 2 or 3 more coins because I believe that there are another 2 or 3 coins for the for the majority of our portfolio that will do well also. Otherwise, now it's not updated often, my friend, because once again, uh, we filled out how we bought the entries that could be bought at certain prices. Simon the Great is asking, how do we invest in Coinbase? Do they have their own coin, or do they, or do we buy shares? No, there's literally a stock called Coin, my friend. So if you want to invest in Coinbase, you buy the Coinbase stock, but it's up significantly. I would not be buying Coinbase stock now. It was a good time to buy like a while ago, like a while ago. It's up a lot recently, so I would not be following into that personally. Yeah. All right, my friends, we're 42 minutes or 42 seconds in. Thank you very much for joining. Please kind of put a like. I'd really appreciate the like. If you want to join my Patreon, the link will be in the description of this video and in the comments down below. Let's see. Yeah. And please put a like so I get more views and more people are able to hear the message that they're supposed to hear. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Love you guys. I'll catch you on Patreon and Twitter. Bye bye.